I think this could be the future of golf training technology. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson. Welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today you join us at the PGA show here in the wonderful Orlando, and we're at the Golfzon stand. I have today the GDR Plus Golfzon driving range. You can see here just the amount of parameters that we can look at with your training. So we can look at face angle, we can look at swing path, we can look at spin axis, of which I can't believe that is my first shot of the day, and we have a pretty neutral spin axis. Now, I've been using the 2Vision system quite a lot for all my testing, for my product reviews, and to be honest, for playing fun golf simulation. This is totally different. I got to see some of these out in South Korea when I went last year, and I was amazed as to how it's helping the next generation of golfer become better and more consistent. So one of the big things that I really like about this is how close the camera is to the golf ball. So you really do get not only instant feedback. If we look at the quickness of how that ball comes onto the screen, you can see I've hit that one left there, which is my general bad shot, and we can have a look at all the different factors as to why that's gone left, and we can also have a look at some video feedback that could help. Guys, if you are new here, please make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button below. There's loads of cool features on here that I want to show you, so make sure you stay tuned right to the end of this video. I think I might have to try and get hold of one of these for at home, because my golf has suffered last year. So again, we look at the different parameters that we saw there. Face angle was closed, so that tells me that I need to start working on that club face a little bit more. Spin axis was tilting to the left, which is why it has unfortunately been a bit of a hook, and of course the club path was out to in. So all those factors unfortunately do bode for a right to left ball flight, and that's generally the ball flight we saw. Who remembers me going to there last year, to that statue, and seeing the Golfzon headquarters? It was quite remarkable. But one of the really interesting points as well, so if we look at here and we go on the training mode, there's lots of different modes we can go on here to have a look. But if I go on training mode, we can actually get some lessons. Look at me there, hello. We can get some lessons from Mr. Leadbetter himself. Now, I'm actually working with David Leadbetter later today here on the Golfzon stand. I'm having another lesson. Yeah.
Okay, can you see how it's almost like this and this and this are actually getting lower?
Yeah. That one, yeah.
I was quite shocked to see how much better it is.
And I'm really hopeful that you can transform my games. You can see all the different videos that it can help us with here, and I think the simplicity behind this is really cool, because I can look at my own swing, I can get a lesson from David Leadbetter on the basics on the GDR Plus, and you can see I can get my swing on here now and just keep playing that time after time. I can go a little bit slower if I want to. And the big thing that I tend to do, you can see my body actually stops rotating and the hand works too quickly. So as I get to the top of the backswing, really interesting, and this is where if you are having lessons, it's really handy to have all this information with you. So little forward shaft lean, load up to the top of the backswing nicely. If anything, I'd say I maybe stood a little bit narrow. Top of the backswing there, you can see that I've managed to straighten my leg a little bit, but I've actually lost quite a lot of height on that lead side. So as I start to move down into the ball, the hips have actually slid forward there. So that's not ideal. The body stalls, the hands carry on, and unfortunately, that doesn't go for a very good golf shot. So straight away, I'm starting to self-diagnose my swing a little bit. I've got help from David Leadbetter, one of the world-renowned best coaches. Let's hit some drivers, let's see if I can start getting this better. And some of the things that you can do on this are quite remarkable. I love the fact that you can practice on a golf course, and not just any golf course, some of the best golf courses in the world. That's coming up. Now let's hit some, we've got a Callaway driver here. Now I've tested these and I actually quite like them. What shaft do we have? Oh, it's only a 10 size stiff shaft. Driver has been something which I have sort of struggled with in the past. I feel like I've maybe overcome it a little bit, and with the help of the GDR Plus, potentially I could become a more consistent golfer. That could be consistently bad, it could be consistently good, but the proof will be in the pudding. So let's see just only how far we can hit it, because it's important to hit the driver as far as you can. It's important to know your ball speed, your club head speed, your spin axis and your spin rate, but it's also important to know why you do it, which is where this place can really help. So, first driver swing of the tour. Can we get one out there? You can see the left shot, which has plagued us in the past. We've got spin, really nice low spin actually there. We've hit the board, which hasn't helped us. Club head speed of 108, ball speed 156. Not bad for the first swing of the day. And you can see, unfortunately, we hit the board, but 252 carry. This is where I want to talk about. So we have a pretty neutral swing path into in. That's really, really nice for me. I actually quite like having a swing path a little bit more into out potentially, because we know we're going to try and hit up on the ball. Face angle closed, so again that's coming back down to what we mentioned earlier, but the spin rate is pretty idyllic for me there. So launch angle's good, spin rate's good, the spin axis is unfortunately not there, but if we can get a little bit more ball speed out of here, I personally think we could potentially start seeing drives that go up to that kind of 280 yards, which is what I really like. I'd like a glove as well, but I forgot it today, so fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Let's try and hit one a little bit straighter this time. Oh, no. Not what we want. I'll hit another one. That's actually not done bad. Face angle, really closed, awful. You can see exactly what I'm talking about the body stalling on the camera there. Club head speed 107, so for me an ideal club head speed is around kind of 110, 111, and that ball speed should shoot up to around maybe 161, 162. If I can do that with a backspin at around 2,000, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, then that's when I start to play my best golf. It's a rarity, but it can happen, and this is where I mentioned right at the start of this video about being consistent. Consistency is key, and you need to know how to practice and where to practice and what to practice on to have that level of consistency. So, Rob, we're not going to hit this one left, yeah? That one was a little bit better. It's fading back. Should carry around 260 to 270 if I'm a betting man. 268 carry, 285 total. You can see the ball speed's up nearly 160, head speed, like I said, at 111, and a backspin at 2.9. So the reason why that's maybe not gone as far as potentially it could have done is because the club path is a little bit out to in as opposed to in to out. That's just made it that the face angle has unfortunately added a little bit of spin, but you can see the numbers are starting to get better. You can see just from looking visually down at that screen that that's helping me have a little bit of a checklist. And I said my opening gambit to this video was this could be the future of golf training, the future of getting better at golf. Now, if you know your data, if you know what you're looking for, you can start to play around with your golf swing. You can start to work with your coach and go, you know what, I want to practice and get better. The guys here at Golfzon said to me, this is almost like having a personal trainer and going to the gym only with the personal trainer, which you can tell I've not been doing, and I'm sure you guys maybe haven't been doing either. But one more, then I'm going to show you a little bit of on-course practice, which for me is the absolute game changer when it comes to the GDR Plus. So, can we get a 300-yarder, Rob? Rob's nodding. He's nodding. Right, I've hit that one hard. It's going to have more spin rate. I've cut across it. What do we have? Backspin's 3.3, so it's not going to be as long. That's a 266. Club head speed was actually down there, and this is where, if you do try to hit the ball harder, ball speed 155. I get a little bit engrossed in, I'm going again, Rob. I get a little bit engrossed in this. Can I get that 162 ball? That was better. That might be it, Rob. That might be it. Go on. Go. 160 ball. Go. Go. Yes. 301, 282 carry. And all I'm doing here is working on the parameters that the GDR Plus gives me. So I'm setting myself targets, I'm setting myself goals, and from there, I can potentially become a good golfer. A better golfer, but there's more. So the big thing that I really, really like about this, if we exit the driving range altogether, you will see we actually have the option to have on-course practice. This is something that I absolutely love. It's a little bit revolutionary for me personally, and one of my favourite courses I've ever played is Harbour Town. So we'll go Harbour Town and we will enter that. The beauty about this is I've played this golf course. I know how hard this tee shot is. So I've been on the driving range, I've been practicing, I've got the 300 yards, now I have to put it in play on a pretty tight golf course. Let's hit a couple, let's see if we can put them into practice. We still get all the results, we still get all the feedback, so I can still look at it and think, oh, I need to fix this, I need to change this. But this is a little bit more fun for me. You can stand there on a driving range all day and hit shot after shot after shot, but if you can actually put yourself in a position where you can hit shots where it matters, that's a lot more important. Rob, can we get 300 on the course? He's nodding. He's nodding. So I'm not going to go full beans at this, but I'm going to try and just think about that body rotation, think about the club face squaring up, and think about not hitting it out of bounds. That isn't my best work, but it looks like it might be a fairway hit. I skied that, that was awful. Let's go again. You can see we've hit it left again there, so all of a sudden we do have a target to go at. I stayed in that lodge when I was there. I actually stayed in that very lodge, that one. That was out of bounds, but you can see 267 carry, 283 total. So ball speed 159, head speed 109. So I'm sort of getting the parameters I want. That's not the parameter we want. Face to path, that's awful. That is awful. But this is where you put yourself under a little bit more pressure and you start to have to think, right, what did I do in that golf swing to be able to get it better? One more, then I'm going to show you just what you can do on this hole, because I love it. I love that you can stand on Harbour Town all day and potentially... There we go, Rob. There we go. I wish I'd hit that shot when I played it. 157, 109, running up to 270. Now the beauty about this as well, we've hit some drivers. Driver practice is done, and the thing that I really, where's my 9-iron gone? Do I have a 9-iron? Yeah. The thing that I really like about this is I can now move it down the fairway. So we've hit a drive down the fairway, got 150 yards in. Now I can keep practicing these shots. So I started my session with iron practice. You can obviously do wedge practice as well. I've moved up through the woods to the driver practice. Then I've taken driver practice out to the golf course. You could say it was hit and miss. I managed to hit the fairway with some pretty decent numbers. Obviously these aren't my golf clubs. That driver is a little bit high spinning for me. I obviously will be using maybe the triple diamond. But now I'm 150 yards out. I can work on not only my distances, but also everything that we're talking about with the irons. So this is an AI Smoke 9-iron, and it should be about the right club for this 150 yard shot. So you can see we've got the target where we're going for. Ideally we're going to try and hit that as close as possible. 143 yards, spinning at 7.7. You can see just how accurate these numbers are. For me, that's the huge thing about this system. If the numbers aren't accurate, then it's not worth doing. Guys, that is the GDR Plus driving range. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button below. Goodbye.